If I was ambidextrous, I'd pluck 2 feathers from an angel's wings to be my quiver. Dip one tip in holy water, the other in the fountain of youth, and simultaneously pen a pair of poems with the purpose of reviving faith and innocence in the world. And I would dedicate my days to training each hand in an art of sorcery. My first quintuplet of carpals to captain a magic carpet, gripping the flowing fringes like Pegasus ears, riding the winds of change as my other knoll of knuckles would descend over the edge, wielding the divine digits of a shaman's touch, curing the blind. Defrosting the 5D lenses of human cameras born with cataracts, meant to take mental pictures worth 1,000 poetic words, and if my fingery fronds could speak the dexterous diction of the deaf, they would co-sign. A deed granting knows without sound a piece of my spirit, and I would gestate literary gems through gesture, food for thought to be ingested by eyes bright with a hunger for knowledge. If I possessed this gift of corporal coordination, I would rework clockwork, replacing the hands of time with my own, creating a new chronology with a permanent hour of 2:45 opening my arms to a world that spent eons trying to escape me. And letting my fingers point north, I'd encompass the world within my compass and give the people some direction, and I would direct. One musical myth conducting nature's symphony, and the cacophony of birdsong, tidal rush, and jungle fever would reach crescendo. My other hand would direct traffic, the kind of traffic that flows unseen between nations, and I would raise it. Halting red light running narco smugglers and sex slave traders. I'd send NAFTA-sponsored corporate businesses on detours they get lost on. And tell La Migra to yield to immigrant pedestrians, I would drag my fingers in unison over imaginary borders and draw crosswalks from Agua-Prieta to El Paso, Tijuana to San Diego, Reynosa y Matamoros to Brownsville, if I was ambidextrous. But since I'm not, I will have to single-handedly nurture knowledge like an amputee cradling his child. I will write twice as fast, with twice as deep meaning in my hemophiliac pen. I never stop bleeding ink, leaking what I think of the print faster than I can speak it. I'll drink massive amounts of cement mixed with kerosene, so when I spit, I'll burn down the house and repave the foundation, and there will be no sorcery, no sight-giving touch. So when I touch pen to paper, I'll press a little harder, so the blind can caress the flip side of my engraved pages, reading the bumpy indentations of my letters like Braille. Wow. And since my tongue is illiterate to the tongue of the deaf, I will speak with an honesty and sincerity so profound that they can see it in my eyes. Because honesty has a tendency to dissolve in the name of creativity. But I would never compromise the former for the latter. I would rather tear off my right hemisphere, reshape it into 2 lips, sew it directly onto my aorta, and let my heart speak for itself. Vent as my ventricles play ventriloquist. If I was ambidextrous, I reserve my left hand for my lover, because this hand is all I need to write. Woo!